What's going on, guys? It's Mesmer here, and welcome, firstly, to Windows 10. So, yep. But that's not why we're here. We're here to open your NAT type on Black Ops 3, or basically any other Call of Duty game. So you can find out the ports very easily by just going to Google and just typing in, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 ports. And that'll come up with, a list of ports, I guess. So you can see here. Yeah, this is mainly one of the websites that's pretty good. So you've got Ghosts, you'll see a lot of the familiar ports that pop up. The 3074, that's the main one that they use. So basically, we're going to do this exactly like every other year. Nothing's changed, except maybe a couple of ways that we can get around this Windows 10 business. So first thing you want to do, CMD, like always, IP config. Find out your default gateway, so that one just there, that's mine, copy paste it. So with Windows 10 you can actually just control C and control V once you highlight it. So you can see here I can highlight all that and I can actually send, copy and paste all of that if I want. So I'll just minimize that, I won't need that. So this brings you to your interface for your modem. Now another way you can do this, you can Google what's my IP. That will bring you to this very simple way. You can also put in that IP and that'll take you to the exact same page. If that doesn't, just use the CMD way. That way will always work. So you just need to do admin and admin. They're both the passwords. That's pretty simple. If it's not admin and admin, it'll be admin password or password and password, for the password. A lot of passwords, yes. Basically, the only thing you want to do with your modem is basically just go through all of your settings. So my modem is laid out very nicely, so I recommend this modem actually, it's pretty good. But I just go to forwarding. I just check that the UPnP is enabled, so you can see UPnP is enabled, so that's good. You can actually see here one's already added, so that these days, it's not as bad as it used to. You would always have to put your port in, but now it's pretty much, they assign it to you pretty much straight away, except if you've got an old router. Like this will probably help people who, the router's just having a couple of difficulties, adding the ports and all that kind of stuff. So basically, here's the list of ports. You can see our familiar one, the 3074 there. Even the Xbox One uses that range of ports. You can see 3074, and then a bunch of other ones. So if you're having any trouble, getting your NAT type from strict to open or strict to moderate, moderate NAT type isn't too bad. Your strict is your worst, or closed. You definitely don't want closed or strict. Strict will limit you a lot. Moderate will, kind of suck a little bit, but you'll still be able to find maybe a game for like in the first year or two of it being released. As soon as those games start to drop out, yeah, then you might have a trouble. But basically, you can see here the ports that you need. So that's ranging 3478 to 380. So you just add those ports. It's pretty simple. We're going to do the exact same way we used to, which is go to your file browser, go to network. You can see here you'll have computer, network infrastructure, and other devices. You can see there's a T-box connected and my computer's on and all that kind of stuff. And then you've got the modem, which should be your infrastructure. If you have a wireless dongle, try this. It may not work, but wireless do have some like weird settings that you can't really get to. But basically, you just want to make sure that everything's enabled so you can see this network infrastructure. And then all you need to do is just go to properties. It'll take a while to load, especially if you're like me and you've got a couple of services added. Now we wait and keep waiting, and then it'll pop up. And you can see, basically, you just want to go to settings in general. And you can see here you've got your list of what's been added. You've got Infinity Ward, and this one I'm pretty sure, yeah, that one's 3074. If you don't have any of that, you need to go to add. You need to name it, so Call of Duty Black Ops. It doesn't really matter what you name it, but it just makes you keep a record. So now I'll be able to figure, this one is the port for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So it doesn't really matter what you name it. Now you need to go back to your command prompt and you need to copy your IPv4, Control C, select it all, Control C, and you need to put that right in there. You can see this one, that one's 102. So you'll probably find that these will change depending. So if I were to delete this one, it's not going to make a difference. I've just got to now go to add Call of Duty Black Ops 3. That UDP 3074 3074. Okay, and it's added it. Simple as that. If you have any trouble with that, first thing you need to do, you need to, if it says something like the port cannot be added, it's already in use or something, you need to find the one that's being in use and see if it's related to, Demonware or something like that. If it's not being used and it's just saying you cannot add it, then you need to actually reset your modem. And the way to do that, there's a button on the back of your modem. You need to hold that in for 5 seconds and then let it go, and it should restart. Now, this is like bottom of the line. You have to try this when you've got no other option. Like, you need to know your password, your email and stuff for your internet service provider. So I'm with Telstra. So we've got a Telstra email account that's linked, which is our bill account. So you have to log in with that account that you used to sign up to, that whoever the internet service provider is. So it'll be like, say if you're with Optus or something like that, it'll be, blah 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 at optus.com blah blah blah, that kind of stuff. So yeah, and if you've got any other problems, just comment on the video. I've also got Twitter and Facebook, and I'll leave all of those links in the description for you, and I'll leave the ports in the description as well. But yeah, if you've got any problems, just hit me up on any of those. I've got all the social medias, so you can contact me anyway, or you can just be old-fashioned and just leave a comment on the video. So it's a couple of months out before the actual release. The beta's coming out. I'll be doing a couple of videos on the beta. Hopefully, if I can get this thing sorted. The Ava Media Record Central is kind of letting me down a bit. But yeah, that's basically what I'll be up to. So I'll see you guys soon. It's getting back into that time of year where I'm going to be active a bit more. So yeah, that's good news for yous. Very good news for me as well. So yeah, hope you guys liked this video. If it helped you in any way, shape or form, or if you learned something, just leave a like. Shows that I'm actually doing something that needs to be done and that I'm actually helping you guys. So yeah, alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Mesmer, and I'll catch you later.